So guys, once again, welcome to our the free workshop on data science, guys. There is some small noise is going on. It's Sunday, some works are going on somewhere in nearby. I think it's maybe a little bit disturbance. I can see some guys. I think is that anybody is there? Soumya. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So right, guys. So once again, welcome to our free workshop, guys. So let me introduce myself. This is Vamsi here. So I'm having around 18 plus years of experience, almost all somewhere around 19 years of experience, almost all it is 19 years of experience. My complete specialization is on the data related technologies only, actually, yes. So that is one of the reason I was able to move to this data science very easily. And almost all I'm working on the data science related projects, almost all somewhere around 5 years, almost all having a 5 years of experience on the data science projects. This is all about myself. So guys, anyone, I don't want everybody's introduction, just just a couple of people, either one or just 2 or 3 people. Can you just come forward and introduce yourself? Like, just I want to know, so what is the reason why you are attending this particular data science workshop? So just to know about like what level you know about data science and all these things. Can anyone, you can just come forward and you can speak. 1 or 2 guys, just 1 or 2 or a couple of people.
Hi,
yes.
My name is Somu. Actually, I was learning data science because I need the knowledge of some data science in my curriculum. That's
fine. Okay, thank you. Right? Any more guys? Anybody? Any others? You can voluntarily come feedback, come forward.
Yeah, hi sir, this is Gajanan.
Yeah, Gajanan.
Yeah, you know me, like I'm from previous batch and was not able to complete in between. So
Gajanan, you already texted me, right?
Yeah, so actually I'm a developer right now, presently working in startup in Hyderabad, and I have an interest in data science, and I attended your
Okay, so you
session.
already joined, and you asked for the next batch, right? I remembered, and I told you to inform you. Yeah, okay. So why you then attended the workshop then?
No, I just wanted to understand,
yeah,
and I wanted to discuss with you also.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. I remembered. I just remembered your message also. So actually, I told me no. So you want to join after Panda. So it's a new batch was started, but it was a recent batch was there. So I just remembered you. So once if Pandas is completed, I'll inform. It may take some time, 1 month or something like that. Take it because recently it was started actually.
Okay, Vamsi, no problem. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, I can see a name like Tanmayi. Tanmayi, I think already you have been registered for the regular batch, right? Tanmayi. Okay, fine, guys. Okay, so guys, okay, so as I told you about that, this is a free workshop actually, guys. So mainly we are not going to discuss about any implementations or anything, something like that. So our main agenda of this particular free workshop is so to get some awareness about like some people may have the knowledge about data science. Some people is having a plan to learn data science, but they are having a lot of doubts. Like some people think that we need to be an expert in programming or we need to expert in mathematics. Then only we can learn the machine learning. Or some people think that machine learning is going to be something different, like it's kind of a robotic science or something like that. And whether our roles, that means currently whatever our experience is there and whatever the knowledge we have, so can I fit into that particular the data science, or when some people are planning to learn about a data science. So different questions and different doubts, the different opinions about that. So just to clarify those particular points, actually, guys, to clarify about that particular points. So we have been conducting this particular free workshops, so that we want to create some more awareness about that particular data science and all these things. Okay. So so many people are having about a different opinions about the data science actually. So data science means it is all done by the machines and everything. It is going to be like some people expects that it is kind of like a magic show. Something like if you give some input, something output is going to be gets coming. No, guys, it's an partially correct and it's going to be partially wrong actually. So let me explain about what is data science actually, guys. So I'm just using a pen tablet. So I'll use it like an, I don't want to run the PPTs and all these things actually, guys. It's like an general an interactive session actually. So it is due to the pandemic and all these things we moved into the this online, but we are interested to just make the session to be more interactive. So I'm not running any presentations and all these things that will be there in our regular classes, but generally it's going to be handwritten. It's completely handwritten only. I'll be using a pen tablet. So it looks like everything is going to be just like an a classroom training only. It is going to be just looks like actually, guys. Okay. So it is going to be what we are talking about a data science actually, guys. So data science is not like just like learning a programming language. So like if you learn Java, so if you learn the Java and what are the frameworks in the Java, that is going to be sufficient. So data science is not about all those things actually, guys. It's actually a very vast syllabus actually. That means it is containing more. It has been segregated into so many individual core concepts. It has been there. Previously, the data science used to be a very small one, but now a lot of research has been started, a lot of research has been done. People started working on that. New technologies are coming, and new innovations are going to be gets coming. We can do it actually, yes. So actually simple to say that data science is going to be nothing but it's nothing but what we can say that under a single roof, under the roof of data science. So mainly we are going to be using the various techniques. So it's a lot of things actually, guys. It's not a software. So we are going to be using a lot of tools. We are going to use this. We are going to be using a lot of techniques we are going to use, and a lot of methodologies we are going to be using. Methodologies, okay, methodologies we are going to be using, and a different kinds of algorithms. Even if you see the definition of a data science, actually, guys, even once you see the definition of a data science, it is going to be an interdisciplinary area where we are going to use a lot of techniques, methodologies, algorithms, okay, softwares, tools we are going to be using. Finally, all these we are going to be using. What is the main purpose of all these particular tools actually, guys? We have some data. Is going to be there. So nowadays, as you know that data is going to be coming in various formats actually, like structured, unstructured, semi-structured data. So much data is going to be there actually, guys. Mainly it is going to be to understand here is these tools and techniques we are going to use is to understand that particular business data. It's not only business data. The data can be like it can be a business data, or it can be some kind of a research data. It is going to be, so what we are going to be users in the research in scientific, and which is going to be a kind of a scientific systems, or it can be something like an healthcare or insurance, banking, finance, retail, e-commerce, okay, energy, manufacturing, production, education, hospitalities, almost all, guys. In every area we are going to be using them. In every area there are going to be using them. So we really don't know actually, guys. That means out of the industry, we are thinking that data science projects are going to be not aware about that. We don't have that much data science projects, but as part of the industry standard, because I am working for an industry, so I am working for a healthcare industry actually. So I really know that like how much people are going to be, how much team we are having. A very so many teams in our organization. So data analytics team, data science team, almost all we can see those teams only. Everybody is going to be working into the data analyst, data science, these particular teams only that are working actually. Everything. That means they are trying to utilize each and everything actually, yes. So you don't believe, guys, you don't believe that like a customer is there in a healthcare. We are working for a healthcare actually. So a customer calls, a customer is going to be calls and the customer care, which is going to be the customer is going to calls the customer care actually. So what we are trying to do actually, guys, nowadays what is happening here is in almost all everywhere. That means not only as part of that, even like in our office meetings, will be happening. So whenever we are talking, so whenever we are speaking, so automatically whatever we are speaking. So nowadays you can see it now, guys. Like whenever we play some videos in the YouTube, automatically there is going to be some kind of a text is going to be gets coming actually. So titles. So the titles are going to be gets coming actually. Some years before, manually we used to write all those particular titles. We used to write the titles, guys. Some years, if I remember, some around 15 years before, if you want to get the titles, manually the users used to sit on the system and manually they used to do it actually. Now there is no such kind of a requirement actually, guys. We have so many applications are there where they can convert all this particular speech to text actually. Generally, we call it as a transcript. It is going to be transcript is going to be gets generating actually, yes. That means whatever the conversation has been happened between a customer and a customer between a customer and the customer care people, whatever the conversation that has been happened, that is getting converted into transcript actually. They are analyzing this particular transcript actually, guys. That means just to get an understanding about like what they have been talked about. So for what requirement they have been called, so that they can summarize all that particular applications very easily. So even two conversations, so whenever the two people has been having some kind of a conversation between them, so they are generating some transcript, and the transcript is going to be gets analyzed actually. And we want to find out like to which category it is going to belong to. So what category that particular transcript is going to be generalizing actually. So everything we want to understand the data. So it's a business data or a research data or whatever it may be. So it is going to be nothing but the final understanding here is, guys, just we have to understand the data actually. We have to understand the data. Our main target is to understand the data, which generally we are going to call the technically as going to be nothing but insights from the data. Get some insights from the data actually, guys. So we can make a person to sit on the system and understand that particular transcript. Previously, what we used to do it actually, guys, we used to make a person to sit on the system. So he has to hear the call and he has to make some labeling saying that, okay, this is going to be belonging to something like the renewal of the existing the healthcare, whatever that particular healthcare policy is going to be there. Or whenever he want to buy a new, which is going to be whether he was going for a renewal or whether he was coming for a new contract with us. So something like that, the people used to work on them actually. But nowadays, that is not happening actually, guys. Systems are automatically labeling them actually. Systems are automatically labeling them, saying that it is going to belongs to so and so subject. It is going to be belonging to, this conversation is going to belonging to so and so. They want to summarize. They don't want each and every information, just a summarization. Finally, what is this conversation about that? Or what is going to be this mail about that? So customers will send the mails. So nowadays, machines are going to be organizing all these things. Now, how the machines comes to know that this is going to be belongs to so and so subject, how the machines will come to know that whether it is going to belongs to so and so topic. So there it comes here. The main beauty here is, guys, machines have been already trained. Some kind of a training has been already done. Like, for example, like previously, some around 15 years before, if we can talk about that. So a person was manually assigned to label, to identify what subject this conversation belongs to. So the person used to be gets trained first of all, like saying that, okay, so hear that particular voice or hear that particular conversation, or go to that particular text of email what the customer has been sent. So what kind of words he has been got used. So depending on that, so every conversation we cannot identify with a single word or a single sentence. We cannot do that. So we have to summarize the total sentence actually, guys. We have to summarize the total sentence. Okay. Whenever customer has sent us a mail, so how can you recognize? So by using that particular mail, so we want to identify that whether the customer is going to be, let us say, satisfied with our services, a customer is not satisfied with the services. So manually, whenever we used to do some manually identifying that, to identify what kind of an emotion or what kind of an category they belongs to. So chances is that, like for example, we have got some lot of emails are there. We got some lot of emails we have been got from the customers. They are not satisfied with our products. So they have been sent a mail saying that we are not satisfied. We are getting a lot of issues with your products, etc. Being it is a manual, that means whenever it used to be manually labeled, so there is a chances that there is going to be chances that, so people can, what they can do is they can overwrite them. That means what they can do is instead of giving like it is a negative mail, so customer sent them a negative mail saying that, but there is a chances that we can manipulate them actually. So manually we'll override saying that instead of giving a negative, so I can say that it is going to be positive. So that is going to be, it gives an insight saying that customers are very well satisfied with our product to the business managers. So obviously the business managers thinks that, okay, everything is going well. So customer is also satisfied. But after 1 year, so the customer stops their particular services actually. So manually there is a chances that, so the manual manipulations may take place or user may not identify it properly actually. So all this manual work has been got replaced by the machines actually. Yes. But how the machines comes to know that whether this email is going to be a positive one or whether the text in this particular message is going to belongs to a negative or whether it is a neutral, machines has been given some training for that actually. Yes. So how the humans are going to be given some training, machines also has been given some training. So machines are getting trained actually, guys. We are giving some training to the machines actually. Initially, these computer experts also thought that, so can the machines can be trained? Can the machines can learn once if we train it? So they started actually. This is going to be comes under, as I told you, there are going to be some kind of techniques we are going to use, some kind of methodologies we are going to be users actually. Among that, one of the very popular is going to be machine learning. One of the technique which we are going to be using is machine learning actually, guys. So what is this all about the machine learning actually, guys? The machine learning is the most important in our data science because the machines are able to be learned from that particular data. So once if you train them, so these emails are positive, these emails are negative. Once if you give some input to the machines are really able to learn. So machines are not like previous cases actually. That means earlier we used to think that machines cannot think by themselves. Everything we have to give the input, everything we have to put. But now the machines has been become very intelligent actually. Yes. Really, the machines has been become very, very intelligent. That in such a way that they are saying that you need not to give any input from your side. So just give me some data, I can learn from that particular data. They have been become a self-learners actually. Machines has been become a self-learners now. So they're able to learn by themselves without having any much instruction from our side, without having any much explicit coding by ourselves. So machines are able to learn. The definition of machine learning is that's itself actually. So what is the definition of a machine learning actually, guys? So we are giving the ability to the machines. We are ability to the computers or machines to learn without explicit coding, to learn by themselves actually, guys. By themselves, there are going to be gets learning actually. Okay. So without writing any code, previously we used to write some code, we used to write some instructions, but now the machines has been become very intelligent, such a way that they are able to learn it actually. Starting with a small applications, now it was a very advanced levels actually, guys. I can just tell you, for example, I can just tell you like a small examples actually. So whenever we go to a higher level, that's a different case. So by looking at a person image actually, guys, if I give a person image, let us say if a person image, if I have a person photo or image I have given. So the machines are able to identify what kind of an emotion the person is showing it, whether the person is in joy, or that means whether the person is happy, or whether the person is in a sad, or whether the person is in a fear, or whether he was angry, or whether he was neutral. You can do it actually. But how it is done actually, guys? Machines are not doing like an something like a randomly. It won't do it actually, guys. 100% accurately they're able. So that much learning was able to be achieved by these particular machines. Just like a human. So just like a human, whenever I see a face of a particular person, so what kind of an emotion, whether he was a sad, so why you're looking a sad, why you're looking that much happy today. So whenever the person is speaking in a very anxiety, so or whether the happily when speaking, you know their emotions, so how the speech changes, how the face emotion changes, the facial expression changes actually. Machines are able to learn it actually. Really don't believe, machines are able to learn it actually. Okay, if you want, I can just show you one small an example for that actually, yes. So machines has been already trained. So how it is done? Machines don't directly do it actually, guys. We have given already some set of images. I have already given some images to the machine saying that this image is a smile, this image is going to be a sad, this image is going to be a fear. Already we have been given this data to the machine. Now machine will learn, machine automatically studies the data, just like how the humans will learn. So, okay, so already intimated that simply if I give the images, machines can't do that. First of all, the machines has to be given some proper training. So I'm giving some images to you. These are smiling images. These are sad faces. These are going to be the fear faces. These are going to be angry faces. Once if you given this to the machine started learning from them. Oh, they will learn. Okay, so smiling images will be like this. So whenever the person is smiling, so how his eyes will be there, how his mouth is going to be there, something like that. So it's going to be the facial expressions it will identify. So whenever the person is sad, so how the face emotion changes actually. In the face, how that expressions will changes. Whenever he was a fear, how it will changes. Whenever he was an angry, how it will changes. Really, once the machine learns, now whenever I give a new image, now machine has been learned actually, guys. How the machine has been learned. Now you give a new image. Immediately the machine says that, yes, this person is going to be smiling. This person is going to be something like that. It's going to be like our school days actually, guys. Like whenever we are at kids, like something around 4 years, 5 years. No need to go to the school, even at our home. So it's not yourself. So nowadays you are seeing a lot of kids at your home. Okay. So see how the kid is going to learn actually. So he will recognize an apple and a banana. So it's for example, if I take a 3 years kid or a 3 years kid, if I take it 3-4 years of kid, so he can easily recognize it's like it is an apple, it is a banana, it is a mango. How will I identify them actually, guys? So it is going to be nothing but by the shape actually. Already we have told him. Already we have been trained him actually, guys. Already the kid has learned that this is a mango. A mango is going to be looks like this particular color. The mango is going to be looks like this particular color. A red color is going to be looks like something like an apple. An apple looks like a red color. And a banana is going to be something, it contains a different shape. But they cannot well differentiate with all the fruits at a time. Over the time period, they will identify them, isn't it? For example, the kid has never seen something like a pomegranate. But whenever I show the pomegranate, maybe the kid may identify that as it is going to be an apple actually, because the shape of a pomegranate is going to be just like looks like an apple actually. So your machines are also like that only actually, guys. Your machines are also going to be just like a kids only. So slowly start the training. Over the time period, they will improve the performance very fastly. They were going to learn from the system, from that particular data actually. So I can show you one small practical example. So if you don't worry about the code, I'm writing it actually. If you don't worry about the code, if you want to write, so I can just show you some practical examples. So I already have it actually, but I can show you that particular examples, but just a small code actually, guys. We don't write any lengthy codes and all these things. We don't write it here. It has become very, very easy. You really don't believe that. So data science has been already reached at a very, very higher level, beyond our imagination, So if I say, can you tell me where do you see the machine learning in your real life? Where do you see the machine learning in your real life? One or two examples we can say. But in real applications, guys, it is beyond our expectation actually. They have been went into a different level actually. They're completely into very higher level actually. So we are still into like identifying whether the facial expression, whether the person in the image is whether the person in the image is going to be a male or a female, something like that. Machines also will get confused. Sometimes they will get confused with the images and whatever the training we have been gotten actually. Okay, so I can explain some examples actually, guys. So don't worry about the code. This is going to be a Jupyter notebook, what I'm going to be using actually, guys. It's a kind of a Jupyter notebook, generally, which we are going to be users mostly for our data science and data analytics role. We are going to be users of Jupyter notebooks actually, guys. Okay, so don't worry about the code. If you are already aware about the some basic Python coding, it's not a problem. Or if you don't have any idea, so don't worry about the code actually, guys. Even I don't write any lengthy code, just 4 or 5 lines of code only. I'm going to write it actually, guys. Some importing some libraries actually, guys. Have a look at this one. It's a matplotlib which is going to be pyplot. It's in one of the library what I'm going to be importing actually. Python is all about working with libraries only, guys. Import a library and work with them. You don't write any functional code. Just a kind of an importing that particular libraries, and we are going to be gets working with them. That's it. We really don't write any much code. We are going to be writing it actually. So the library was imported. I'm not doing anything. Yes, I'm just easily we can understand it. So even a person who do not have any idea about, So let me import some images actually. Yes, some images I'm going to be importing. Let me try these images. Something like data dot. Just give me a minute, once, guys. Okay, so no, it's no worry about that. It's going to be. I think you can understand that it's an image actually. Yes, it's an image actually. So I have read the image actually. Yes, what is an image contains? Did image contains any data? Yes, image contains a data actually. Yes, image contains a data. What it contains? It contains some pixels. Every pixel will have a value. So those values will be there. If you see the pixels, if you don't mind, if you don't worry about that, I have been imported an image actually, guys. I read an image. It's very clearly. I am read, image read. I just listed image read. It is reading the image actually, guys. Angry one.jpg file is there. It has read that image and kept it in px. If you print the px, what you are going to find it actually, guys? You will going to find some numbers only. Just it's a numbers. If I ask you to print pixel, it won't print any image here. It is just a kind of a numbers it is coming actually. So what are these numbers actually, guys? Pixel values actually. So if you want to see what are the particular pixels related to, I can display the image actually, guys. It is going to be plt dot, which is going to be I am show, and it is going to be pixels. Don't worry about that. I'm just writing a small code. I'm writing it actually, guys. So the image which I like more, whenever I see this image, see how the kid is going to be angry and how is his face. I keep on smiling every time I see this image. I will be keep on smiling about him actually. So see how the image was there. Now this image was what is a facial expression? It's easily identifies that. We can easily identify that. So he was angry. So he was very angry. So the image face is going to be there. So how do you know that? So how the machine? That means I can label it. But if I have some millions of images, how can I label it each and every image manually? I don't do it actually, guys. So for that only, we are having some libraries out there. Somebody already trained, guys. Somebody saying that we already trained it. We already trained the models. We already have the model. So you can directly use that particular model. Have a look at this. I'm importing a library called as which is going to be FER library actually, guys. It's a facial emotion recognition. See how simple I'm writing. I'm not writing any much code also, just a 2 lines, 3 lines of codes. I imported the library. From the library, I used I am read. And the same library, I said I am show, which is going to be the pixel, and plot the pixel and plot the whatever the image is there. Now I have imported a library called as an FER library actually, guys. Stands for facial emotion recognition. Facial emotion recognition actually, guys. So from there, I have imported one function called as an FER. See how simple it is going to be. I'll show you. It is importing. It's taking some time. It's running actually, guys. The code is running actually. From FER, import, which is going to be FER. So this training has been done by somebody. I didn't done it. Somebody has done it. We are using it actually. They already done the model. They already trained the machine. And they have been given that particular model to us, saying that our model was already trained to identify what is the facial expressions. Will identify how the facial expression in the image. You can try with any image. You can try with them. So whether they're angry, whether they are sad, or whether they are going to be smiling, happy, neutral, like it's a fear or something like that, disgust, something it will show within applications. So it's taking some time, guys. It's maybe, yeah, it was done actually, guys. See how simple it is going to be doing actually, guys. Don't worry about the coding. That coding you can learn it later actually. So it is going to be detect dot. So it is going to be something called as a detect dot, which is going to be what is the methods actually detect emotions. We are passing the pixels actually, guys. I'm just passing these pixels. Whatever the pixels I have read from the image, I'm passing that particular pixels into this particular that detect underscore emotions, guys. How beautifully you can see the result actually, guys. How beautifully the result we can see it actually. So if you can see, I can convert this into some other format properly. That's a different case. But you can see the application actually, guys. Leave this box. I can leave this box. Emotions. Angry is 91%. It was angry. So the facial expression is having a maximum of 91%. It is an emotions are, which is angry actually, guys. Disgust is 0, fear is 0, happy is 0. Sad, there is a 2% is there, neutral 7%, total 100%. 91% of it is an angry, 2% it was sad, so 93 plus 7, 7% neutral it is going to be. So directly the machine never says that directly like this. He was angry, he was disgusted. He will tell like what is the different probabilities. So what is the probability that he was angry? What is the probability that it was a disgust? Something like that. So we have multiple images are there. So I can show some more images actually. Like for example, I have some images are there. So it is going to be something like a fear image is there actually. Yes. So can you see? It is nothing but like a fear image actually. Just I'm passing through that particular function. The pixels I'm passing to the particular function. 88% it was a fear. 6% it was surprise. Sad was 2% and angry is going to be 3% actually. Like that, it is going to identify this actually, guys. We have so many such kind of messages are there. So like, for example, let me try with some other images actually. Just see, I just want to find it off. Okay. Maybe the emotions was not there. I think it's not that much emotions was not there. So we can say that it is going to be neutral is 23% actually, guys. Happy is going to be 66% happy was there. You can see neutral. It's not that much emotional actually. But if you can see some kind of an other images actually. So let me check out. I think I have some locations. I have some data is there. So let me check. It's an D colon slash. Do you have any such kind of an images? Okay. Right now, the images are not there actually, guys. But you can see some kind of an images. What we are going to be gets doing this actually. So let us take one example actually, guys. We'll take our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and we'll pass his image actually, guys, and saying that what type of emotion he was actually, guys. So you can see that it is going to be neutral is 58% actually, guys. Sad was 21%, angry was 11%. But it is a neutral face. You can see that it's not that much smiling or etc. We can see that actually. So the machines has been already trained actually, guys. The machine was already trained. So the machine is not directly like tossing a coin. Let's toss a coin. If it is an head, we'll do that. If it is a smiling, if it is a toss, we don't have any two options actually, guys. We have so many options there actually. It has to tell me whether it is a smiling or whether it was a sad or whether it's a fear, etc., etc. So this library, clearly I'm saying this library we didn't provide it. We didn't done it actually, guys. Somebody created and somebody given to us. But we have, that means we also done some libraries actually, guys. We also done some training. So as part of our session also, we are also going to be doing some kind of a training. We are going to be doing it actually. We are also going to be doing some kind of a training. We are also going to do that actually. We also do some kind of a training and all these things, what we are going to be doing that actually. So let me show if I was, just give me a minute once. Just it is going to be, just if I show you an application, I think it's not this. Let me try this example once. Because recently we have been done actually. Just I'll show you an application like how we have been got done actually. Just give me a minute once. I think this is maybe the example actually. Yeah. So have a look at this example actually, guys. Have a look at this example actually. So yeah, this is going to be our trained model actually, guys. We trained the model actually in our system actually. We trained it. It's not somebody trained it. It is I trained the machine to identify whether the person was in gender, is a male or a female. We want to identify it actually. So for that, I imported some libraries actually, guys, because some libraries are required. Along with that, this is my library actually, guys. This is my model actually. Can you see? Gender underscore net.hdf file. So the generally our models are going to be like this actually, .hdf file. This is my trained model only. It is there in my local system. You can see I have been loading it directly from my d:/data folder. I have been there. So let me show you some images actually. First, let me show you some images actually. So female dot, which is going to be JPEG file is there. So don't worry about the code, what I have written. Few lines of code only, guys. I am read, I am show only. Same concept only. I am read, I am show only. We are going to be doing this actually. But don't worry about that. That means what I did is I try to detect where is the face was there. So we have to crop the face and we have to give it actually. So we cropped the face and given it actually, guys. Now, if you want, we can see the image. So clearly it says that the image is going to be belongs to a female image. It belongs to a female actually. Yes, very clearly it is predicting. It's on the top. You can see that gender is going to be female actually. Yes. I already trained the model by giving some various images of females and males. I have been got given them actually. Yes. Now let me try with another images actually. Like I have some other images are also going to be there. So I'm using some other images actually, guys. Let us give our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi image only. Okay. Previously I've shown you like it is going to be what kind of an facial expression he was showing. But now, so see, I have collected the face, I have cropped the face, and I collected all these things, guys. But I didn't written any much code actually. Don't look at this code and don't worry about that. So it is going to tell the message saying that whether the person in the image is going to be male or not. I'm not changing any code actually, guys. Nowhere I'm changing the code. I'm just changing only the image what I'm going to be using it actually, guys. I'm changing only the image what I'm going to be using actually. So let me use another image actually, guys. So we all of you know the person in the image. So she is PV Sindhu, our shuttle player actually. I'm changing the code actually, guys, to display it as a male, display it as a female. So I have written Sindhu actually. So once if we write the Sindhu here, I'm running some code. This code is just to identify where is the face location is there, to draw the to show you that particular face actually, guys. And I cropped the particular face actually. I cropped the face actually. And once if I run that particular code, it is going to say that the image is going to be belongs to a female image actually. It belongs to a female actually, guys. Like that, you can try as many images I can show you actually. So you can also use your own images actually. So I'm using an image of Mahesh Babu. So he was an actor. So he was a female film actor in our Telugu states actually, a Telugu film actor actually. Now he also has been acted in few movies, and most of the other part of India and even some foreign countries also they know about him actually, Mahesh Babu. Maybe some eastern states and western states they may not know it, but almost all like the southern states and the mid like Maharashtra, those people can know about those particular person actually. So he's Mahesh Babu actually. So he's a male actor actually, a leading actor as of now. So we cropped the image actually, and we can see this is going to be what I can show you the image actually. Okay. So that is the things what we are going to be gets working as of this particular. Can you see? It is showing that it is going to be a male, it's going to be male actually. So something like that, we can just work with this particular images. Now I'll show you the one of the funny story actually. So I can show you one funny story here now. So it is going to be a person with a male with a long hair actually. But my machine has been never seen this image. That means the machine has been never seen this male images with a long hair. The machine was never trained about that. The machine was never trained about this actually. Now see what is going to happen here now. Because the machine has never seen that kind of an images. So you can see that the it's going to be saying that the person in the image is going to be nothing but it's a female image. Why? Because the model has been never seen during the training stage a male with a long hair. Only females with long hair it has been seen. Now what I have to do now, I have to train the machine with more number of male images with a long hair. Then the machines can also identify that, okay, this person is going to be only by the hair, we cannot differentiate it. So we have to use some other features also, it has to learn it actually. So we train this particular model. We already trained this particular model. The training was there here actually. This is the code of training. That is a code of predictions actually, I guess. So this is the complete code, like how many images we have been. We have given a lot of images for training actually, at different females, males, etc. And we have a lot of training on these applications actually. So due to that, the machines was able to identify. So which person is a male, which person is going to be the image is a female. So here Aishwarya Rai have been got used, and it has been predicted as a female actually. Okay. So that is going to be the extent where it's not only that, like by looking at the X-ray images or by using some kind of an CRT, this kind of an images actually, guys. Like we are going to be having some kind of an this kind of an medical diagnosis images actually. So they can identify whether it is a medical is a positive, whether it is a negative diagnosis, positive or negative, is any virus is there, which location the virus was there. Easily we can identify that applications actually. So that is an extent the machines has been able to be learned from that particular data actually. It's not only just identifying the person in the image is a male or a female. So emotions, if to identify medical diagnosis, positive, negative, whether the text is a positive, negative, neutral, facial expression recognitions. So many extents are going to be there actually. So all these are going to be happening with the help of the applications like what we are going to call it as a machine learning and deep learning applications actually. Actually, deep learning also comes under as part of our machine learning concept. So deep learning is also part of our machine learning, where the machines are going to be learning from the data actually. Because the machines learn from the data, and based on that, they can do the predictions actually. So for that, we are going to be using various techniques, tools, algorithms, methodologies. We are going to be using them actually. So data science is all about learning about all those particular techniques. Okay. So this is just an introduction part of the test. Just it is a kind of an introduction part, like what machines can do, how the machines can learn. Really, machines can learn up to what extent they are having. So that is what the ideas I want to just express as part of the this particular introduction part actually. Okay, so that's it about my this workshop for the today's session actually, guys. So if you have any questions, I can just clarify. I can take some around 5-10 minutes of time, and I can just clarify your questions if you have any questions, guys. Anybody, guys? If you have any questions, you can discuss with me, guys. Yeah. How to get the, do you want to see? Okay. So you want to get that training, you want to get that particular, that means you want to get that particular session actually, right? Okay. Fine. I'll give you the, I'll tell you about that also. Okay. So first I want to just clarify any technical questions from your side. Once if you just define them, once if you can clarify them, I can go ahead and I can discuss the further program, like how we have been scheduled and all these things. Any technical questions, guys? Like if you have any technical doubts regarding the data science or the neural networks or anything, I can just clarify it first. Yes, I'll get it. Tanmay, I think already you have joined. I think already you have registered, no, right? Tanmay, you already registered. I think you have already attended the previous class and all these things. Yeah, I already told my team to send that particular course curriculum. Today also again, once again, remind them to send that. I think they have been lost that particular file. Just now I'll send them and I'll come back to that. Okay. So most of the people are asking about the course duration and all these things actually, guys. Actually, I was a consultant trainer for the DurgaSoft. So the DurgaSoft online trainings, the DurgaSoft training, it's an organization which was mainly located in Hyderabad. It was it was from past so many decades of time. And there are going to be like very advanced, that means they are very popular for Java and some kind of a technologies. And they're also providing the other trainings like the AWS, like measures and all these things. So I was a consultant trainer for the DurgaSoft. So we are going to start a regular class from tomorrow onwards, actually, guys. That is from 17th of October. It's a class timing is from 8 p.m. to, which is going to be 9:30 p.m. is your regular class timing, actually, guys. And the course total duration is going to be somewhere around 5 months of time. And the fee structure for this particular is going to be 16K, actually, guys. So fee is going to be 16K, and total course duration is going to be 5 months. And every day it is going to be a 1.5 hour class timing, 6 days a week. You will be having a 6 days a week. We'll be having the training, actually. Okay. So it's a live instructor-led class, actually, guys, not like a recording sessions. But post the session, that means post the session, we are going to share you the recording videos, actually, guys. Every day-to-day recording videos will be shared. Coming to our end side. So what will be the sharing, actually, guys? It will be some kind of a recording sessions. Every day-to-day recording sessions will be there. And whatever the class notes we have been given, and apart from that, PDFs and all these things will be given, actually, guys. All materials and everything. and post the course completion actually, guys. So after the particular almost all the course, at the end of the course completion, so it is going to be like all the requirements like your resume preparation, and it is going to be like a capstone project is going to be there. Apart from that, in our class also we do a lot of, as part of our trainings, we'll do a lot of POCs and assignments will be gets given. Apart from that, there is going to be a project and a resume preparation help and all these things will be provided at the end of the course completion actually. And during the course, guys, we are going to be sharing every day with the recording sessions, class notes, PDFs, and all these things will be given. So this is about our schedule actually. Okay. So any other doubts, guys? If you have any other questions, guys, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want, or you can just post it as a text message, guys. You can just message me. Okay, guys. I think all of you has been just satisfied with whatever I have been got discussed actually, guys. So I just a higher level I only have been got shown about that. It's nothing. Java is not at all required. It's going to be completely different actually, guys. So it is going to be a completely different. It is going to be it's a completely by using Python. It's not related to any programming language. You have to leave the programming apart. So it's not about programming actually, guys. It's all the methodologies which we are going to be discussing, like how the machines will be trained. If the machine didn't train properly, what will happen and all these things. Yes, Tanmay, I already told you, you will share that particular syllabus copy also. I already shared, I'll share you the syllabus copy also to you. Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Thank you all of you for attending this session. Hope all of you have got some idea about like what data science said about all the machine learning about that. What generally we are going to do. So beyond our expectation actually, guys. So it's very higher level as part of the industry standards. So anyhow, my backend team will contact you guys if you have any interest to take up the sessions. If you want to start up your learning, as I already told you the schedule, from tomorrow we are starting at 8 p.m. So you can register for the course. You can take a demo session for 3 or 4 classes, and after that at a free of cost. And after that, if you are satisfied with our curriculum and all these things, then you can pay the fees and you can register for the course, guys. Okay. So thank you all of you once again, guys, and have a nice day and enjoy your Sunday. And I hope I'll see you all of you in the tomorrow session at 8 p.m. guys. Okay. My backend team will contact you. So if any further clarification, contact them, guys. We can discuss. Okay. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.